Hi, I'm Bridal Counselor Allison Moir-Smith. I've been counseling brides for more than 10 years, since my own wedding in 2002. Let me briefly tell you my story. I was 35 years old when I got engaged. I was trained as a psychotherapist, I was marrying a psychotherapist, and I had had plenty of my own therapy, so I really thought I had a grip on emotional things. But during my engagement, what I had always assumed would be the happiest time of my life, I was an emotional wreck. So happy to be getting married to this great guy, yes, but sad, scared, anxious, disappointed, ashamed, guilty, overwhelmed, and confused. What was going on? Either I was a complete freak and the only bride in the world to feel something other than perfect bliss, or what I was feeling was normal, but nobody talked about it. As a psychotherapist, I knew that the only way out of being an emotional wreck was to work through the feelings. So instead of fighting them, I became curious about them. Instead of whining to myself, why do I feel so bad all the time? I started asking myself, what can these bad feelings tell me about myself? I wrote pages and pages in my journal, and I worked hard in my therapy sessions. Was this process always fun and easy? No. But once I calmed down enough to explore my emotions, they were a treasure trove of information about me. A treasure trove that was helping me make the psychological transition from single woman to married woman in an authentic, connected, and healthy way. Was it fascinating? You bet. Seriously, what's more interesting than discovering new things about yourself? Did all this work pay off? Totally. I was a lot happier on a day-to-day basis during my engagement once I started doing this work, and our wedding day was awesome. Better than I could have imagined, and I was emotionally present for all of it. Truly one of the best days of my life, and boy did I feel like I deserved it. My transformation from this angst-filled bride-to-be to joyful bride on my wedding day was so profound, fulfilling, inspiring that I've made it my life work to help brides just like you do the same. I'm passionate about helping brides ease this unexpectedly tricky transition from single to married, so that you don't have to suffer alone and be confused and overwhelmed during what, for some of us, is a really challenging time of life. I want to help you experience that same transformation from angst to joy. So, what does it mean to be emotionally engaged? It means changing your perspective. It means seeing all the feelings that brought you to my site today, the stress, sadness, fear, anxiety, not as negative, but as important and helpful information about you. It means becoming curious about your difficult feelings and working through them, feeling them, analyzing them, learning from them. Now you can try to sweep these negative feelings under the rug and put on the "I'm only happy" mask that so many brides wear, but you will be missing out on a huge opportunity for self-knowledge and personal growth. But that's not all you'll be missing out on. You'll also be missing out on your own authentic happiness. Here's what I mean. If you try to repress or deny your negative feelings to turn them off, you'll also turn off access to your authentic joy and happiness. Why? Well, you can't pick and choose what you want to feel. You can't say yes to happiness and no to everything else because your emotions are interconnected and interdependent. Turn down the volume on the negative feelings, and you end up turning down the volume on every feeling, even your happiness. The work I do with brides-to-be is to turn the volume back up again. Yes, in your sessions you may experience a heightened intensity of emotions. That's the volume coming on again. But bride after bride tells me, and I can actually see this in their faces, that by going there, by feeling their difficult feelings in the safety of our sessions, and then understanding the meaning and purpose of those feelings through our work, they're also much happier during their engagements. This is one of the big benefits of being emotionally engaged, more day-to-day happiness. So if this sounds like you, if you're anxious, sad, scared, upset, if you're just feeling overwhelmed by it all, if you want to feel happier during your engagement, then you might be a candidate for bridal counseling. You can be happier and calmer during engagement, but the only way out of these difficult emotions is through them. I've walked that journey with thousands of brides, from Minnesota to Madagascar, and I can help you too. I offer a free 15-minute Skype consultation, so if you're curious to see if and how bridal counseling could help you, give me a try. Want to first get to know me better before meeting face-to-face on Skype? Want tips, advice, and information on how to be a more emotionally engaged bride? Then sign up for my free newsletter and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for visiting Emotionally Engaged, and stay in touch.